I read The Millionaire Fastlane, and here are some key takeaways from the book. Now, overall, I think the book was really honest. I don't think I've read a book this honest and harsh to an extent in a while, so I did appreciate the directness of the book and how it came off as more authentic. So, a main concept and theme kind of throughout the book is that there's really three paths to wealth. These paths are the sidewalk, the slow lane, and the fast lane. So, in the sidewalk, these are the people that are paycheck to paycheck, that are buying an item whenever they feel like it, whether they can afford it or not, and using a lot of credit to do this. So, that's kind of like the slow lane where you just kind of have compulsive purchases and not really being able to afford that, as well as living paycheck to paycheck. And then there is the slow lane. The slow lane is for people that generally work like a 9 to 5 and they're trying to get wealthy by contributing to their retirement accounts and just kind of saving a bit along the way. And then using the concept of compound interest to eventually have money. So that's the slow lane. As you can see, eventually you'll have money, but it'll take a while because compound interest relies a lot on time. And then the fast lane kind of involves doing a lot of work to make money quickly. A big theme in the book is that it is possible to make money quickly, but you will have to work hard for a period of time in order to do that. So that's kind of like the three paths to accumulating wealth. One, the fast lane is going to get there obviously a lot quicker than the slow lane. Eventually you'll get there, but it'll take a while. And then the sidewalk, you might never get there with that type of lifestyle path. So, one of the key concepts, and I think my personal favorite concept from the book, is you need to make your own luck. People don't just get lucky necessarily, they're putting themselves out there in a way that might get them a lucky break. For instance, if you are working to make a website to try to make money, then you're more likely to get a break through your website rather than somebody who never even made a website, who's just watching TV all day. Who's going to get lucky, who has a higher chance of getting lucky and getting a break through their website? Probably the person that's actually trying to make a website and owns a business or is trying to push for their break. They're setting up their life so that they could potentially maybe get lucky, and they have a way higher probability of getting lucky compared to the person who's doing nothing. So I did really like that concept because it kind of gives you a sense of control. You have the power to put yourself out there and get in positions to where it's more likely that you're going to get lucky. So, a key concept in the fast lane is to become a producer rather than a consumer. So, thinking about what you can offer people rather than what you can take from them, right? So, just always having your mind open to different ideas and seeing opportunities as they show up in your life. Having this type of mindset will put you more into a fast lane category, and then you could also have an idea and act on it as well. Another key concept is how valuable your time is. Your time is your most valuable asset. So, just keeping that in mind when you're making this roadmap for your life. So, in the fast lane, you kind of utilize the concept of doing a lot in a smaller period of time to get yourself where you want to be as quick as possible. And a key way of getting where you want to financially as quick as possible is by starting some sort of business. So that is a huge concept there as well. And within this business or idea, it's about how many people that you can affect. If you can affect a million people's lives, you will be a millionaire. That type of concept there. And then the book also goes over the concepts of having a good, profitable business that is a good fast lane business as well. So, one of the first concepts is this business, you have to have some sort of need. There needs to be something that you are solving with this business because businesses need to solve a problem. Also, when considering a business, you need to consider the entry into this type of business. If the entry is too easy, this could be a red flag and maybe not the type of business that you'd want to be in. This could make sense for marketing schemes or pyramid schemes where you are kind of representing a business that's not yours. That's really easy to get into, and you're just making money for somebody else. And then also along those lines, you do need to be able to control this business. It is yours. So you need to have the ability to have final say and control over the business. And the business must also be scalable and be able to affect as many people as possible. So if you just have like one restaurant, that's not very scalable because you're only supporting that area. But say you have a franchise, then you are affecting a lot of different people and can grow it that way. So just having a scalable business is really important for a fast lane business. And then since time is so important and valuable, it is important that a fast lane business does not require you to be there all of the time. So those are like the 5 concepts of having a good fast lane business. Now, I really liked how this book just had so many actionable steps and how it emphasized taking action. Like you can think about these concepts all day long, but if you don't actually do anything to bring them into fruition, then you are not really moving. So just keeping that in mind with these concepts. Again, it's your life. You can choose how you want to live it. But I do think this book did a pretty good job summarizing the different roadmaps that you can follow. So I do think it was a really good read and I would recommend it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and see you next time. Bye.